I refused because Charlie was starting to have serious questions about Israel, not just its role in the Gaza war, but its influence on American politicians, something he and I spent hours and hours discussing. So I had no problem with Candace Owens asking those questions. And I refused to condemn her because I was under pressure from these people who wanted me to. And then that morphed into then everything Candace said thereafter, with which I may or may not have had serious problems, that I had to, where's the condemnation? And it was all really about the Israel thing. And I'd rather die than bend the knee to these people. I'd rather die than bend the knee. It won't happen. I didn't raise my fist and say BLM, and I'm not going to condemn the people they want me to condemn just so that I can get a little pat on my head from them. It's not important to me. What's important to me is I live free. And that, frankly, is what it means to be an American.
That is incredibly powerful. And like I said, kudos to Megyn Kelly, because she is telling the truth. It has always been about Israel. It's not about morality. And by the way, even if she did come out outright and condemn me, that would buy her maybe until next week. If she didn't say the next thing they wanted her to say, they would destroy her. We have seen this pattern over and over again. I'm one of the people that suffered from this pattern. I don't like what's happening in Gaza. Look what they did to me. Look what's happening with Charlie. Does this make any sense to you? Charlie was, for a fact, having plenty of doubts about Israel. Anybody in his inner circle can tell you that. And yet people in his inner circle are not telling you that. Instead, they are spending money and going after influencers from the very beginning to influence people to believe that Candace was lying about this fact. And now we have a predicament when even the person closest to Charlie, his wife, is being caught telling lies. These are lies. It is inexplicable why her assistant was pulled back on September 10th. Maybe it is actually, maybe it is something that can be explained, then they should explain it. This is way too coincidental. I want to be very clear on my perspective on this. I believe this is a conspiracy. I don't believe that this just keeps happening and no one can give answers, and that Charlie really was just so excited the night before that he slept in his daughter's bed and we don't know what happened here. Sweep it all under the rug. Nobody talk about what happened at the Hamptons. He just needed advice from Josh Hammer. They're asking us to be really stupid right now. And I am asking you to join me in refusing that order. Anyway, we are going to pause here and take a brief break before I respond to a TikToker who has called me over in an internet game of Red Rover. And I have something to say about what she has shared. We'll be right back. All right, you guys, inflation has been skyrocketing, and it does not seem like it is going to slow down anytime soon. Groceries cost more, gas costs more, and the value of the dollar just does not stretch the way that it used to. That's why so many people are turning to gold and silver, assets that have historically held their value during uncertain times. Gold and silver have been performing incredibly well, and they can be a powerful way to diversify your portfolio when the market feels unpredictable. Instead of having everything tied up in paper assets, adding precious metals can help balance and protect what you've worked so hard to build. That's where Goldco comes in. Goldco makes it easy to learn how gold and silver can fit into your overall strategy. They'll even send you a free gold and silver kit so you can understand your options with zero pressure. And their team, they are real experts, friendly, knowledgeable, and genuinely there to help you every step of the way.